I had wanted this moment for so long. I'd imagined it. And now it was finally happening. It was like a scene from a movie. And that's when I suddenly felt let down. For months, years, all right, a year and a bit, I had lusted after him, a perimenopausal version of a teenage crush. It was the highlight of my working day to see him. I tried to be subtle, but even I knew I changed when I was near. My posture became better. All right, I stuck my boobs out, same difference. Look, it's not like it was all down to me. Oh no. He had that kind of way of walking, that James Bond meets Warren Beatty, circa Carly Simon's You're So Vain kind of way. He was fucking gorgeous and he knew it. But we were professional. I might have stood closer than was actually necessary, but it was those crazy pre-COVID days. Everyone was doing it. And we had something, a real connection. Not many people get my dry sense of humour. I can be sarcastic. Some people even think I can be cruel. He loved my quick comebacks, even comparing me to Groucho Marx. And he had this way of, I don't know, just making me feel safe, like one of those really practical men. You know, the kind of guy that unpacks a dishwasher but doesn't feel the need to mention it. And he can cook. Well, I know because he's told me. See, Thursdays, he ducks out of work early so he can pick up the kids and be home to cook dinner so his wife can go to choir practice. Oh yeah, he's married. I knew he was married, of course. We're work colleagues, we talk. I knew he was happily married with 3 kids, a dog, an in-ground swimming pool. I mean, I was happy for him. He was my mate. Hold up, I can see you're confused, but I am not one of those home wreckers. No, it was just a harmless crush. So what happened? What always happens? Alcohol. You know those after-work drinks? Dave from IT had got another job, so we all went across the road to the pub that we jokingly called the staff room. I was only going to stay for 1, maybe 2 drinks because I had that Pilates class in the morning that I'd already paid for. But anyway, there were shots. So many shots. I mean, to this day, I don't know how I've become a grown adult that can say no to everything except for handsome men and tiny glasses. And before I knew it, it went from just 1 drink to last drinks. Next, the usual, air kissing goodbye and trying to pick up my bag from the ground without toppling over and shoot. And I commenced my cute little diagonal walk to the train station to catch the last train. As I was stopped at the lights waiting to cross, I suddenly became aware of someone behind me. He's lucky I didn't default to punching him in the throat. Of course, it was my knight in shining armour, there to offer to walk me to the train station, then to pour me into a cab, and then he was getting into the cab with me. Well, this has escalated somewhat. Was my walk too cute or too diagonal? Either way, here we are in a taxi, heading to my house. He just wants to make sure I get home safely. I'm not really listening to him. I usually hang off his every word, but right now I'm just trying hard not to throw up. We get home. He must have paid for the cab, and then we get inside and I drop my keys, and as I'm trying to pick the keys up, I catch a glimpse of his. And I suddenly realise what we're here for. Time to sober up and get in the game. Next, I'm making tea. Sexy tea. I'm like the Nigella Lawson of tea. So we have our sexy sober the fuck up tea, and I put on some music. Thelonious Monk seems unpretentiously sexy and pretentiously unsexy at the same time. We're talking. I flick my hair. And even though we're sitting down, my posture is really good, if you know what I mean. Then things start happening. But look, I'm having trouble piecing it together because it's like Pulp Fiction, but with less blood. I am in and out of lucidity more than my grandfather just before he died. And then I just want to say to him, hey, look, I'm so wasted. Can we just hit the pause button? And he agrees. He fucking agrees. I know. How fucking sexy is consent? Oh. Oh, and then I sleep. I wake up next morning, 5 a.m.-ish. He's still there in my bed. You stayed, I rasp. I couldn't leave, he says. We stare, eyes locked, blue meeting brown. We kiss, lips locked, limbs locked. It is fucking happening. And then it hits me. This guy, this happily married guy, happily married for 15 years, now that he's close, so close, too close, I think I've lost interest. In fact, I think I hate him. His touch is not of a fumbling lover, keen but awkward, clumsily touching another woman for the first time in a decade and a half. No, he is smooth. So smooth. Too smooth. I don't stop him because, you know, this is all in my head and tequila. And it just seems easier to let it keep going, and it's kind of nice. But as it continues, I start to fall out of love with him because I realise he has been there before. It's one thing to be the other woman. I just never thought there would be other women. Turns out I'm not the woman he loves that's worth risking his marriage for, and I am not cut out to be a mistress. I am a fool. And it's in a moment I realise I am Groucho Marx, and I refuse to join any club that would have me for a member.